The PlayStation 1 era was a golden age for survival and psychological horror. From zombies and dinosaurs to ghosts and psychic mutants, these games terrified players with limited resources and haunting stories. Let's dive into the most iconic and cult classic horror games that defined the PS1's scary side.
Control.
The Resident Evil series is the foundation of survival horror on PS1, starting with the original game that introduced players to the zombie outbreak in the Spencer Mansion. Resident Evil 2 expanded the scope with two protagonists trying to survive Raccoon City's collapse, while Resident Evil 3 Nemesis added relentless pursuit from a bioengineered monster. These games combined fixed camera angles, scarce ammo, and puzzle solving to create a tense, nerve-wracking atmosphere. Nemesis, the unstoppable enemy in RE3, became one of gaming's most memorable villains. The series' blend of horror, action, and story captivated millions and set a standard that's still influential today. If you have come this far, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe so my channel can get some more views thanks to you. Silent Hill took psychological horror to a new level on the PS1, delivering a deeply unsettling experience through its foggy, deserted town filled with nightmarish creatures. Unlike typical horror games, Silent Hill focused on atmosphere, eerie sound design, and disturbing symbolism. Players control Harry Mason, searching for his missing daughter, uncovering a twisted story involving cults and alternate dimensions. The oppressive fog and limited visibility added to the tension, making every step a nerve-wracking venture. Its chilling soundtrack and surreal environments elevated it beyond jump scares. Inspiring countless successors, Dino Crisis offered a unique twist on survival horror by replacing zombies with deadly dinosaurs. The first game was developed by the creators of Resident Evil using similar mechanics like fixed cameras and puzzle solving, but the threat of fast, intelligent dinosaurs ramped up the tension. Players control Regina, a special agent trapped on a mysterious island where time travel experiments went wrong. Dino Crisis 2 shifted towards more action, with more enemies and faster gameplay, but retained the intense atmosphere. The series combined suspense, strategy, and prehistoric terror, creating a memorable horror experience that stood apart from typical zombie-themed games. Parasite Eve mixed RPG elements with bio-horror, following NYPD officer Aya Brea as she battles mysterious creatures spawned from human mitochondria. The first game blended cinematic storytelling with strategic combat, delivering a unique atmosphere of creeping dread and sci-fi horror. Parasite Eve 2 shifted to a more survival horror style, with exploration, puzzles, and limited resources, but kept the bio-organic nightmare themes. Both games explore body horror and mutation in a way few others dared to on PS1. Aya's quest to stop the evolving threat combines emotional narrative and thrilling gameplay, making the Parasite Eve series a standout for fans of horror and RPGs alike. The Clock Tower series stands out for its point-and-click gameplay and emphasis on evasion, rather than combat. Players face off against the terrifying Scissorman, a relentless stalker armed with giant scissors. The original Clock Tower was a slow-burn horror experience, relying heavily on atmosphere and suspense. Clock Tower 2 introduced psychological horror elements and multiple story paths, adding depth and replay value. Without the ability to fight back, players must use stealth, hiding, and quick reflexes to survive. This unique approach to horror gameplay created genuine tension and fear, influencing later stealth and horror games. Hellnight is a first-person survival horror game set in the claustrophobic Tokyo sewer system. The player is trapped underground, hunted by a monstrous creature with no way to fight back, only the ability to run and hide. Hellnight's immersive first-person perspective makes the tension palpable as players navigate twisting corridors, solve puzzles, and team up with AI characters to escape. The game's oppressive atmosphere, eerie sound design, and relentless enemy create a nerve-wracking experience that sets it apart from typical third-person horror games. It's a hidden gem for PS1 horror fans who appreciate psychological and survival challenges combined. Martian Gothic. Unification offers a unique sci-fi horror experience where managing multiple characters is key to survival. Players control a team investigating a research base on Mars where an alien infection is spreading. The twist? The characters must never meet each other, or a deadly reaction will occur. The game mixes puzzle solving, exploration, and tense combat with a deep sense of isolation and paranoia. Its claustrophobic setting and eerie soundtrack amplify the feeling of dread. Martian Gothic's innovative gameplay mechanics and chilling narrative make it a standout horror title on PS1, blending survival horror at its best. Galerians combines psychic powers and dark sci-fi horror in a grim future, where the protagonist Ryan awakens with dangerous telekinetic abilities. Instead of guns, players use psychic attacks to fight grotesque mutants created by sinister experiments. The game's narrative explores themes of identity, consciousness, and human evolution gone wrong. With its disturbing enemy designs and bleak atmosphere, Galerians delivers a unique horror experience that's as cerebral as it is thrilling. Its blend of action, strategy, and psychological horror made it a cult favorite, providing a fresh alternative to more traditional zombie or monster-based games on the PS1. Hellnight is a first-person ghost adventure focusing on exploration and storytelling rather than combat. Players navigate haunted mansions, interact with spirits, and unravel mysteries from the past. The game's minimal combat and emphasis on atmosphere create a slow-burning, chilling experience. Using light and objects to solve puzzles and communicate with ghosts, Hellnight's unique mechanics encourage thoughtful play and careful investigation. Its eerie environments and tragic stories build a haunting mood that sticks with players long after finishing. Hellnight's innovative approach to horror makes it a distinctive title in the PS1 library. Overblood and Overblood 2 are lesser-known survival horror games with a strong sci-fi angle. Featuring third-person exploration and puzzle solving, the games take place on a futuristic research facility where strange experiments have gone awry. The player controls multiple characters, each with their own skills to uncover dark secrets and escape danger. Overblood's atmospheric environments, cryptic story, and mix of horror and sci-fi elements give it a unique niche among PS1 horror titles. While gameplay and controls feel dated, fans appreciate its ambition and eerie mood, making it a cult classic for survival horror enthusiasts who want something off the beaten path. Kudekla blends Gothic horror with JRPG mechanics, set in a cursed monastery in Wales. Players control Kudekla, a young woman with psychic abilities, as she unravels dark secrets and battles supernatural forces. The game combines turn-based combat with exploration and puzzle solving, featuring beautifully pre-rendered backgrounds and an eerie soundtrack. Its story is filled with tragic characters, ancient curses, and a heavy atmosphere of dread. Kudekla offers a unique mix of RPG and horror, standing out from more action-focused survival horror games. Its blend of narrative depth, challenging battles, and unsettling environments make it a memorable PS1 horror experience. Nightmare Creatures 1 and 2 are Gothic action horror games set in plague-ridden 19th century Europe. Players fight hordes of monstrous mutants created by dark experiments. Unlike other survival horror games, Nightmare Creatures emphasizes fast-paced melee combat with brutal weapons and combos. The games feature atmospheric environments drenched in fog, blood, and shadow, with heavy metal-inspired soundtracks that enhance the dark tone. Nightmare Creatures' mix of horror themes and intense action made it popular with players looking for a more aggressive take on the genre. The series balances horror and adrenaline, offering a unique blend that still feels fresh decades later. These PS1 horror classics shape the genre with their innovative gameplay, chilling stories, and unforgettable scares. Whether you prefer psychological terror or intense action, the PlayStation's library offers something for every horror fan. Dive in, survive the nightmares, and discover why these games remain timeless icons of fear.
Control.